All right, we live here today on the Vic and A show. First time ever, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy A Reeves, my boy Vic.
In the house, in the house. Welcome, people. Welcome.
Yes, sir. One of the brightest minds I know of. You know what I'm saying? Been the homie since the day I met him. You know what I'm saying? So let's skip all the sentimental shit. Let's get right into it. All right. So first thing I want to talk about is this sports world, my boy. That's all that's on my mind. Did you ever have any experience watching sports, anything like that? Did you ever give a damn about watching sports?
Of course, I'm a Chicago native, so I grew up watching like people like Derrick Rose. One of the Simeon Academy alumni, professional NBA star. That's where he came from, one of them parts of the world.
Um, Sitting there trying to work this program at the same time. I didn't catch all that. But my intro to sports, you know what I'm saying? Being born in the house I was born in, I was the first child. My parents from another country, so they didn't know shit about sports. We didn't have cable when we were kids. So I got into sport. I used to get made fun of a lot for not knowing much about sports or not playing. But you know what? Fuck all them niggas. I mean, forget everybody that ever made fun of me for not being a sports ass nigga because it's a damn game. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy it. I watch it and I love it.
They took it serious.
They would always say to me, man, if only I had your height. And I was like, bruh, y'all ain't, you know what? The homie would never hit the weights. He would hoop like a motherfucker, but he never lifted weights.
So he was never Big Ten in there.
I say, if you say all this shit about my height and how I didn't hoop and all this, why the fuck, if you was serious, why wouldn't you hit the weights? Because I was serious about being a rapper.
So why didn't you hit the studio?
I slaved in the studio. I told myself on the verse, I work for myself like a slave.
That's right. And that's the only way to get the job done because can't nobody else cover for you.
So I say this. Let's get right into it. I've been a Mavs fan since I can remember. I almost cried when we lost to the Heat, and that's when I told myself I'll never, ever, ever again feel emotional about anything I see on TV. But enough summers went by. Eventually, I started feeling emotional about shit on TV again. Not too much, but once you get burnt the first time, you know what I'm saying. But anyways, I'm gonna say this: Kyrie coming to the Mavs. God bless that man. I'm a big Kyrie fan. I was a big fan of Kyrie when he was in Cleveland. I was upset that he left that team because I hate the Warriors. And because with the two of them, him and Bron was able to beat the greatest team ever, maybe the greatest team ever. That's what I said, and I heard somebody else say it on sports and talk. And I was like, see, I said that. And the dude said that too. One of these dudes I follow on sports. So I said, you know what? I know shit about sports. They got me fucked up. I know plenty about sports. So the Mavs never got a superstar before. We never got a superstar. They drafted Dirk Nowitzki, but they didn't know what he was capable of because he was brand new. We have never got to Dallas a real live superstar like a MJ or an AI or So when we got Kyrie Irving, I said to myself, damn, the Mavs finally done stepped that game up. Yeah, we got Luka, but we drafted him. We never attracted a great superstar.
Seems like you got your analysts all wrong, man. You got to look at what type of man this guy is. This guy is a strong point guard. He's able to deliver and be aggressive and bring certain aspects to the team that actually I believe the general manager is looking for.
You saying that about Kyrie? I mean, shit, it's just never been easy to attract the superstar to Dallas, apparently. But we got Kyrie. And then, so once we got Kyrie in, you know what I'm saying? I said, hey, maybe the Mavs are stepping their game up. Maybe it's our time. But this is the debate. Is Kyrie Irving a leader on the court?
He's a leader on the court and off the court, perhaps. we have to give you some type of recollection on what happened to the in the previous years. Remember, he was a leader. He was the one that.
I mean, I'll say this. The boy can hoop out of his mind. Why did he leave Cleveland? Because he didn't like being in LeBron's shadow. That's how I feel.
I agree.
I do not like being like a gossipy woman. But I feel like Kyrie, if he could have just taken the you know what I'm saying? It sometimes takes a leader to be, you got to be a leader. In order to be a leader, you need to be a follower sometimes.
So in order to be a chief, you need to be an Indian first.
Not even. You already a leader and you understand somebody else on your team come with the skill set that you don't have, so you let him take the forward and you do. You know what I'm saying? Because Kyrie's a leader in real life, but is he a leader on a basketball team? I don't see it because he couldn't stay with Cleveland and keep LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And they would have continued to get championships. He left that team, left it in shambles. Then he comes here and, the first season, I'll tell you, he was having that same issue.
Blow. See, them the type of effects that I want to hear when you talking about my man Kyrie left things in shambles. He left what in shambles? Ring.
The Cavs.
Ay. This shit is all going bad. He left them in shambles, left the whole thing to LeBron James.
I mean, shit. I'm talking to the one homie. He said, "Man, Kyrie a leader no matter what." He said he was the leader on the Cleveland team. I talked to the other homie about sports, and he says, "Nigga, LeBron's the leader on any team he goes to," which is what I said. But you know what?
So what type? Hold on. What type of See, I'm not gonna fully discredit this man because I'm gonna let him know. Kyrie, he has a different level of leadership. Probably not the same quality as our famous 23 or LeBron James, but he has that potential. And if we give him that type of responsibility, I'm pretty sure he'll be able to follow through.
I mean, shit. Look, when he went to Boston. When he went to Boston, had all the players up under him that he needed. Didn't do nothing. He was the best player. He was the older.
Well, do you believe in stress, son? Stress plays a lot of part in people's ability to play. When you have media, that's just like in any type of celebrity lifestyle. If you have the media steady pressing you, eventually you're gonna get tired of it, and it's gonna affect you some way somehow. So we have these media people, these what they call the trolls trolling the famous Kyrie Irving, and I believe it was uncomfortable for him and gave him a night that was unfortunate for him. So let's get it together.
No. Because you're bailing him out.
Yeah. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's my buddy.
Why? Why bail him out when he's wrong?
What's right and what's right, and what's wrong is what's wrong. Ding. That's it, break. We have a break coming out.
All right, folks.
So you
go back for paying the bills. You said what now?
So you won't be doing this at your home in them crib?
Doing what? What we go carrying on as well?
Where we doing?
Only about 1 million times.
1 million times you did this.
That's why it's time to put it out there. You feel me?
This same process you did in your buddies in them house.
No, not with the whole. All right, we're back here on the Vic Ay podcast, first ever episode in history. We making history right here, right now. Picking up where we left off, because I'm not done talking about my boy Kyrie Irving having arrived in Dallas. Hey, no cap. That's one of my favorite basketball players of all time. But we gotta discuss the man's antics off the courts as it relates to team well-being. Now, he's a team player. He plays on a 5-man, you know what I'm saying, team sport. So while I'm a big fan, I have to criticize the man's concern for his overall concern for the well-being of the team, because when he was in Cleveland, in my opinion, the wrong thing to do was to leave. You had LeBron, the two of y'all was standing face to face with the Warriors. They got the dub. That was a historic moment, like all times. So know what I'm saying? We will never fucking forget how that nigga beat the Warriors. And this nigga could not stand in LeBron's shadows. That's why he left. I don't.
Can't feel them shoes. Them shoes is too big.
I know, no, it's okay. He's not. I'm not saying. I'm not attacking him that bad, bro. I'm just saying that why couldn't he just have the, we as men sometimes I gotta be the bigger man and be like, hey, I'm not the better player here. I mean, I'm not the leader here. Let him be the leader. But because he's such a leader and as a man, or whatever, he's such a I'm gonna just say a leader in real life. You feel me? Like off the court. See, it's a mindset, bro. Nigga be like, how you a leader off the court but not on the court? It's two different things because you playing in the NBA. Why couldn't you just let Bron be the head guy? So you can't even stand that he's the head guy. You have to listen to him and Bron's doing all this. And then he goes to Boston and he can't win. Then now he come to Dallas. That first season, he was still in that mentality of he's the and it's like maybe you got to give into the fact that Luka is the leader on that team on the court. I'm not attacking Kyrie in any way. I have much respect. I have much respect for Kyrie. Don't make me think like. I don't want anybody to think like I'm saying anything foul against my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying that he, as a player, has to sometimes accept the fact that maybe he not the leader on the team per se. You feel me? So you're a leader as a man, but in that given context, are you the leader on the court? It was clearly wrong. He couldn't put up with it. He goes to Boston. They couldn't win even that many games. Fuck a championship.
What analysts do you watch?
Shit, plenty. I watch ESPN. You feel me? Sometimes I ain't got shit better to do. I would sit there and watch FS1 and stuff.
Okay. Are you into NASCAR?
Mm-hmm.
You said yeah?
Not really.
Oh. Okay, I can't tell you anything about the half blocks and the full intakes and anything about that. So, I'm gonna stick to the easy stuff, which is, throwing a ball into a hole.
Anyways, we had this debate, me and my homie. You know what I'm saying? He said, no, Kyrie was the leader on the Cleveland team. I was like, no, clearly it was Bron. But because he's too much of maybe, I don't know him in real life, so I can't really just hate on him. I mean, I can't really say some stuff that's hating on him. So I'm going to just say the things he was saying some racist shit, wasn't he? I thought he was saying something racist against Jewish people. Now, I'm not wearing this because I'm Jewish, because I'm not Jewish. I do not identify with
you. You're a Jew.
And how? In what way?
Because you're black.
I don't get it.
A black man in America. Even though you came from Ethiopia, you still consider, if you're not white with blue eyes, like Hitler said, you got blood. You got black nigger blood in you, and you don't deserve to be here.
That is a horrible thing to say. Okay. A Jewish man talk about Jewish history. He said that Jews were black and color. He was a light color. He was a light skinned man, like a white man.
I can show you proof right now that Hitler said that the black people in America are the real Jews, and if he want to exterminate.
Hitler was a bad guy, wasn't he?
Yes, and that's what our democratic parties are. I just showed you the book. That's important. That's what the world going to again. It's going to a dictatorship, a fascist system, a Marxism.
Shit, I really don't think so.
Because you don't read enough.
No. Have you visited any other countries?
No.
You ought to visit another country, not a state or city, but another country where things are very different. The United States does not have dictatorship, does not have sovereignty, and you know what I'm saying, whatever.
No, you don't own nothing in the United States of America. Everything belongs to England. The British rule, the people who run everything, the families, the royal families. You know those people that Queen Elizabeth and all those people.
I read in American history back in the days, back in the gap, what do you call them? Like in the 1950s, or in the early 1900s, the Americans, one thing they were interested in was China, developing manufacturing, and they were interested in South America. They did not care much about what they call pomp and punctilio of Europe. I was like, what is that? And it was like how they carry on with the fanciness and the fucking chandeliers and all this. Americans didn't care, their customs and all that. Americans didn't really care for that. The royal family, all that. We were our American history. We never.
But everything went into a corporation. See, in order for them to get more money financially and create these entities, the central bankers had to come up with something with the federal bankers and the Rothschilds, and everybody came up with this cahoots to make your personal body is still for sale. It's just slavery in the modern day. See, you still your money is still you are still sold on the stock exchange, the U.S. stock exchange. Like you're worth millions of dollars.
Who was a man? See, y'all come with this foolishness. We're not sold on no stock market. We are free beings. Now, do we have sometimes, you know what I'm saying, a bit of either what you call it, like gridlock or disenfranchisement? We do. And that's a fucking issue. And it needs to be resolved. Because then it's not resolved, people then resort to other measures which are not as healthy for society. But anyways, we're not going to go into all of that type of dark territory, you feel me? But what we're going to keep it on, we're going to say, well, anyways, I've been to another country and I seen how they did not get to choose who their president was. They don't get to choose in these other countries. We choose.
But that's how it's finna be. They make it seem like they giving you a choice, but they all the same parties. The United States parties found out that you can say what you want. You don't really have to even give them what they asking for. So if I was a dictator, all I would have to do is that and just start taking things from you slowly but surely. You're not free as a U.S. citizen. You're eventually going to be enslaved by FEMA. By eventually going to be enslaved because you're not going to be able to go to work.
Well, shoot, we working right now, my boy. We in here running our own, business. We starting and we standing on business. So now, listen, let's say this.
Man, go back to Kyrie.
Because I do want to get back to Kyrie, actually, because now that he's on with the Luka, you know what I'm saying, can he fall back and let Luka be the leader? He's doing that this season, and guess what? They're winning games. They're winning games now with Luka being the accepted leader of the team.
He's been a leader. He's always been the one to be able to come through all type of hurdles and temptations. So he was able to do it. Luka, big Luke.
Yeah, I fuck with Luka. You know what I'm saying? I like Luka Doncic a lot. He's a great player. He's amazing, honestly. He's a godsend. We think maybe he might be the best player ever, but that's way too early. Way too early. But he's good. But now that Kyrie is kind of taking a step back, he's talking let Luka be the fun. They're winning games. So it's maybe he's maturing. You see what I'm saying?
What the yellow is.
It's the continuation of the frequency, my boy.
Excuse me. No, I'm saying why you couldn't do what I asked you.
What is that? Which one?
That was make the buzzing noise.
I don't have that.
You can't make that on here?
Shit, maybe I can find it on the computer.
Well, what if you don't have your phone that got a horn and that you can blow up in there and see if it sounds good, and you can take that and just do it all the time, capture that sound.
Maybe shit.
Because you need some ad libs, dude. This shit fucking sucks like this.
No, this doesn't suck. This is awesome. Every time I chat with you, it's awesome. All right, so let's see. All right, we're moving on from sports. What you think about hip hop these days? Honestly, just give it to me raw, please. Don't jive me.
The culture of hip hop is in ruins.
Oh, please kick it.
I mean, we have these illiterate lyricists coming out. We have these sexy reds that's going to make all the females after her dumbfounded. We have no genuine women out here anymore. They all want to be fake. Everything hip hop is crumbling from the male to the female.
I heard a new Cardi B song on the radio, and I sat up in my room, man. I was listening to all the stuff I like to listen to, and I said, you know what? I think the radio does intend to make people dumber. I really do.
Not just the radio, son.
I always heard this shit, and I never believed it.
No, the TV is called the idiot box, and the radio, it's just certain things can be inspiring, certain frequencies, but that's not the frequencies that the world want to hear, because the world shines the truth and the light. The world does not want to hear the truth. They actually crucify the truth. What you think they did to our Savior?
Wait, what? Okay, I mean, cause I'm sitting here thinking about running all this shit while we doing this, because what did you say? The ruler?
Yeah, I was saying about the sun.
No, I got confused at it because shit. I think this beer's kicking in. You got another one here. Hey, shit. Well, look. Hip hop, man. When I was growing up, it's trying to mess with your head. But you know what? When I listen to the rappers and brothers that I like, I always felt enlightened and empowered. And I said, this is why they don't want us to hear that shit.
Yeah,
we were getting power from them.
Yeah, we were actually rising our because when you have a group of people with the same story, and once y'all were lost and then y'all become found, you guys actually become a power to be reckoned with. And that's why they destroy all the leaders, as far as whether you're a gang leader or a hip hop lyricist leader, Big and Pac and Nas and people who's really out here that's trying to, even Ludacris. Like, what happened to Ludacris? Dude was a fucking good rapper, but why? Because they, which is the 1%ers, the people who run the world, does not want that to be in your positivity. No, we want bitches out here like Sexy Red to be shaking their ass. Bitches out here like Megan Thee Stallion to be all type of look at her, and you automatically start lusting. Your mind go all type of ways, and that's not the way that we supposed to be as children from above, because that's just the way it is, man.
I mean, we're in America. We're Americans. We're not the Middle Eastern country where they gotta put all that shit over their head. Why do you think they don't like that in America? The shit on their head, the fucking hijabs.
Well,
because of bandits and criminals.
No. Yeah, whatever, man. You mask and all this, and well, if you actually look at it, it's actually a good thing for the women, because you don't lust. You can actually talk to her and feel her character and how she is, and before you even see her body. Now, if you meet her and you able to connect with her without seeing her body, and you do get a chance to see her body when you guys able to get married, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna make it that much perfect. And it's just that some of them rules need to be over here. Like, when you steal in America, you go to jail. But in another third world country, you get your hand cut off. Will you do it again? Will you do it again? Fuck
what?
Yeah, because you just stole that apple. You stole the apple, so you gotta pay.
You were starving to death? Oh.
I mean, you could be starving to death. I don't care. You stole it. Instead of asking me, maybe I would have been did my prayers today, and the Father told me to give you an apple, but instead you insisted to steal. So I cut your hand off.
That's a little. Yeah, in the United States, they would call that cruel and unusual.
Yeah, but that's United States. But eventually, the whole world is gonna be flipped, and this is actually gonna be the third world country, and everybody in Africa is gonna be prospering, and there's gonna be a rising economy over there. The United States is gonna be a manufacturing company with nothing but robots and artificial intelligence.
I got a book on AI right now. Hey, look. What were we just talking about? Hip hop, my boy, because in hip hop,
Hip hop is dead.
but thank God for YouTube and the various, you know what I'm saying, publications, because I could go and find the good shit. They can't keep it from me. I dig it out.
Yeah, I like Jonah Lucas. He keep up some good stuff, but it's only very few. But the majority is people that want to be like King Von, a demon. You know, it's people who want to be like Little Dirt. You know, all because he's a Chicago native. Oh, he's got this certain persona about him that he's so gangster, and the way his swag is, it's like our women put all this joy, all this overindulgence and materialistic things, and that's all the young men want to do, to be able to get them a good woman or a pretty woman at that age, to be able to show them off to the other friends. But if you guys didn't care about it, we wouldn't care about it.
I mean, shit. I mean, in the current state of hip hop, I would just say, you feel me, it's kind of gone away from what it once was, because it's not really getting the same effort, energy that it used to have. Because in them days, you couldn't rap unless you really could rap. You had to really be able to rap. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, man, these cats today are just
Bang bang.
bro. I was thinking about that, and I was like, there's a negative message in hip hop. It's criminal. There's a word we don't hear very often around our culture. Criminality. Crime is not honorable. When I die, I don't want to be remembered as a criminal. I don't want them to say, oh, there's Lazy Aaron, a criminal.
No, they're just going to say the Lazy Aaron.
I don't want to be remembered as a criminal. Hey,
Your mama don't tell you that, and you just all right with it.
they tell me what?
Lazy Aaron.
But I'm not.
Whatever, dude.
I'm not.
Whatever.
I don't think I am. I mean, shit. I think.
Outside looking in, man. That's crazy. You need a reality check. You too old for that.
Oh, wait, what? How am I lazy? I'm over here doing a podcast off a whim right now. You got anything about that?
Yeah, I understand you doing it. You doing your thing. You doing the most of what you can do, and I hope that you reach your goal of the greatest podcast show of all time.
Well, let's start. You got crawl before you walk. I'll say this. Hip hop today, man. Ooh, man, this is just episode 1, folks. We got a lot more in store for y'all, because hip hop today ain't what it was. I mean, Snoop, Jay, Pac, you know, them type of guys, they were dropping knowledge on us.
Yeah, gang banging knowledge.
Nah,
Look
you got
at Jay-Z. The guy that made Do Say, I do say so myself. I do say so myself that I should slay everybody with my words.
But I think he just means it figuratively, like as a dope ass rapper, not hurting people. I don't feel like Jay-Z.
Hey, Jay-Z is one of the gatekeepers. We all heard it from Kanye West.
I don't think that Jay-Z ever tried to promote to us being a criminal and shit like that. He used to talk about it from all aspects of how he used to sell drugs, and you know, he just really did it. It doesn't sound cool. It doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, but what about him taking the notorious B.I.G. flow?
he knew his own flow was Willie. I mean, Jigga to me, my favorite.
Killing his best friend. Just like Kanye West said, whatever Jay-Z best friend was, whoever brought Jay-Z into the game, look him up. Whoever brought Jay-Z.
Jazzo?
Who?
From what I understood, it was Jazzo.
Who?
It's a guy named Jazzo. He's still alive.
All right, Jazz. All right, he's still alive. Then you know, you let him know.
He.
Jazz ain't alive, man.
I heard a story that Jay shot his brother in the shoulder one time, but I heard that it was because they were trying to cap and like fuck with him when his career was going up.
Before he even got rich and everything, about him with the dreads, he wore a shirt of him looking like the Simpsons with hair, with dreadlocks. The man is a warlock. He's a witch. Like, fuck yeah, man. You have to know that this shit is real, man. And he has the information because you know about the Renaissance, not the people, like not the Renaissance. Let me see. It was the Rosicrucian, about how the Pope sent people to go kill all these people and go steal the real. They call it the holy science. The holy science, yeah, the real science about who the a creation, what is it, and like everything. They know all the words to say. You know, when you put a S in front of words, you got sword. So and then spelling. When you put spelling, like spelling words, you put spells on words. You can do this type of stuff, and that's what the Vatican did on the hip hop. That's what they doing in hip hop. That's what they doing everywhere around the world. So hip hop is dead to me. They have no voice in the culture anymore. It's all dumbed down from the male to the female.
I feel like they not being lyrical. Lyrical was the key.
They don't want any fucking lyrical rappers. They want you to be around here looking at pornography, thinking about sex, getting your mind off of what's really on the stage and what's going on.
I mean, shit, yeah, I agree. It's all about, they say the same dumb shit.
Yeah, they not saying anything. They want you to look, because guess what? One moment you can say one thing and and be trending and go viral for 1 year, but you didn't sign that contract. You didn't sign your soul away for 5 years but you're not even gonna make anything. Now you like, what are you doing in your life? It's not gonna be nothing, because the next person gonna get that $1 million, and guess who's eating off everybody? The Universal Records, the people who's actually like setting up you guys contracts, and you guys don't read it. That's why it's important to read a contract. If you need a contract lawyer, call Victor at 1-800-334. Call me now.
I would just say, what I'm saying, like I said, they not being lyrical. They not honoring the craft. If all you care about is money and just making it in a quick flash, in a hurry, that's not reality. Reality is you gotta work, it's painstaking, you put it together, you gotta actually make the product. Or what they say, just go out, whatever they say, the same dumb phrases over and over. They say, the blicky or the this or the that, and the shit is fucking brain dead, bro. Why don't they come up with more? Jigga had to come. You had to use different words. You had to use different styles. You had to stay lyrical. You had to change the flow up. Jigga change the flow up. Hip hop is not dead, but y'all young motherfuckers need to get it together, man. That's how I feel. Drake, what do you think about Drake?
Oh, Drake, he got the owl. What do you think the owl represents? Secrecy. It means secret. The OVO, the owl, it represents secrecy. It represents secrecy. So you got to understand where he stands. He's a Jesuit. He come from a background of Jewish descendants.
Yeah, he is. He's Jewish. Now he is mama Jewish, and they matriarchal.
He's a fake Jew. All the Jews with power right now that's running the world, who got the fake running the world. The real people who run the world is Rome. The Roman Empire been behind everything. The crucifixion. The Jews, the Jerusalem, the people has been under the Roman Empire for so long. So has the United States. So has everybody. It's all of Rome. All roads lead to Rome.
I'd sign the OVO.
I would not, because that's your soul.
Well, you gotta sign because it's the money. You know what I'm saying? They that's how the money comes.
Yeah, it's the root of all evil. So they'll give you a contract. You want
The answer to all things.
I mean, but it's the love of money is the root of all evil. I apologize, and people will do anything to be able to keep that dollar within their pockets. So just like Diddy, he doing whatever to keep his name and or his head above that water from sinking. Whether he gotta kill somebody else, make another sacrifice, fuck another boy, whatever. Yeah, that guy, Diddy.
No. I'm not hearing any of that monstrous shit. I don't believe that shit's real. Do you? Yeah, nigga. I don't.
Whatever. You don't believe that they be having them mansion parties, and you don't believe they be wearing. They be wearing masks and going all into different rooms. Yeah.
What?
But I'm not the only one that's freaking saying it. Everybody freaking saying it.
It's all on the damn. That's all that's being said on this damn internet right now.
Why do you think? Is it?
It can't all just be a lie.
It is no doubt in my mind. It's 100% true.
Jesus, I don't know what to say.
Gee Willikers.
I don't even know what to say because what they say this nigga fool. Hey, bro, if you were that wealthy and influential, why wouldn't you be talking to beautiful women? Fuck. I don't know. Hey, look, all right.
Hip hop is dead because Diddy love boys. Boy purse.
I mean, shit. You know what's funny, bro? I'll be 37, bro, in January. When I was a little kid, man, Bad Boy had it going on. I was a little boy. I didn't understand.
Bad Boys. Yeah, I remember that. I was with that BIG movement and how Diddy was making ad libs. How he wasn't really rapping. He was just yo and be, I was like, look at that cool ass motherfucker right there. Yeah, but it all came to an end once all the BIG man went down.
Well, I was listening to G-Dep. He was signed to P. Diddy, man. You know what I'm saying? His album is really good, fool. Ghetto.
I'm gonna give you a real exclusive, like
Child of the Ghetto.
like no cap. This on some Chirac shit. I'm talking about when the motherfucker was in his glow back in the day. This had to happen back in '09. This 67 Blackstone, them GDs that they call that the 7. That's Dro City. That's Murder Town. All through there. So then you got the hooks, and you got Die 5. So we call the hooks, stones, and four corner hustlers and shit. All that fall under the hook category. So when we say Die 5, it's dropping the hooks. So then all the time we go to school, we see the hooks, we get the fighting. Every time we get in the hallway, that's when the motherfucker went to HP. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker went there. Then every time we get in the hallway, we fighting the bell ringing, poop, 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 poop. Everybody getting suspended. We go home. For now, come back up to the school. We get the clapping shit. We got bats and shit. We young as hell, folks, stomping boogers out of niggas, folks. I'm talking about head to the concrete, ears together. I'm talking about, folks, we going in on niggas, folks. They ain't want to fuck with us on. That was back when King Louis was out there, too. King Louis used to go to Hyde Park, too. I'm telling you, folks.
I don't know who's King Louis. He was an artist?
Yeah, he an artist, folks. You can bring him up. He a good ass artist from Chicago.
And artist.
He was a dog, folks. He grew up. He grew up with Dro, and he was the main nigga that started drill rap in Chicago. He used to be like Dro style, get it, Dro style. You know what I'm saying? So This back when the motherfucker was going crazy on that Larry Hoover shit. You know that back when my man died, so we call it Bolo Gang. Rest in peace, Bolo. So we shit. I'm talking about for switches. I brought the first Glocks to the block. G. I'm talking about 357, a Glock Springfield, and we had a motherfucker a 40, 40 something. But shit, I gave it was three of us. I gave it to me and my homie. Cause we used to be out there. We used to be the only ones out there posted and shit. I ended up getting my blick from my Mexican homie. He, the Mexicans stay with the guns, fool. So I ended up getting to connect with my Mexican homie. He pulled them bitches right up. I buy them from him. He gave me all of them for the low. I guess they already had little bodies on it, but when we in war, we ain't trying to hit none of that shit. You better get caught with it than without it. So we on that bitch. We see they ass for we out late at night on the hunt. You feel me? That means we hunting. We going looking for motherfuckers to find trouble. You feel me? We ran into some niggas before we emptied the whole clip. Fool gun blew up right in his face. Boom! Ah, damn, G, that bitch was loud as hell, G, right by a nigga ear. I get that damn. I thought fool hand was blown off on gang. I thought folks shit was. His name was Killer. That was my homie. For I'm talking about since the first grade, G. He nuts. His ass loony. He ain't going out like he a goonie. We call that nigga a goonie, folks, cause he go crazy on gang. I done got into so many shootouts. G, I'm talking about we in that bitch like Wild Wild West, clapping at niggas. Boom, boom. My homie get on his one knee. That's how I know we used to call him the policeman, folks. He used to get on his knee, folks, and get that. The police niggas got aim, fool. They'll hit your ass from a mile away. This nigga get on his motherfucking knee and clap a motherfucker. Clap, clap, clap. That nigga, yeah, you thought you was getting away. Nah, folks, police got his ass on gang.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some real life stories in the trenches, G. That a motherfucker gotta just be that in order to see and realize. In order to be that type of situation. That's why I really wish I had this augmented reality. As I speak, I want you to be able to visualize it and be there at that exact moment. How a motherfucker raising their arm, and then you see me raising my arm, and then you see me blowing. Then you see the bullet flying out the chamber real slow. Like this how I want the augmented reality to be for you when you visualizing what I'm saying. That's how I want it, G. It's gonna be a lot of shit going on with this podcast that I'm gonna be so cold with this shit, G. I done met somebody that do web design and everything. I'm telling you, G. He said he gonna open it up for us, G. He's supposed to take me in with him, to his world, cause he build worlds in the metaverse. It's so fucking cool, dude. And I told him about my podcast. I told him I want a podcast and I want to be augmented. Meaning he already knew what I was talking about. He like, dude, I can do that for you. I'm like, fuck, I want to do that. All I need is a certain space. Give me a couch or anybody. Give me a couch or, anything. And I'm going to be in that space. And you feel me? So when a person call from Africa or anywhere, just like a Zoom call, but not pictures, everyone. We all gonna go to and be in this Zoom call, and you gonna be an avatar. Somebody else computer will be an avatar. Everybody avatars, but we all in this Zoom office. It look like an office, but guess what? It may not be an office. It can be a room where we got a couch, and we hosting the whole. We got a podcast show, like we got a whole mic just dropped from outer space. It's just a mic just floating. It's just a mic floating there. No, this is a digital space, folks. Everything is digital, bro. You fucking think digitally. We can have a real office. We can have a real space.
Fucking not even a real touchable thing. Not palpable. Not touchable.
Not touchable. Only digital. See,
and it's gonna hang from the mic and you can record it. How the fuck would you? If that's real, sounds cool. Sounds expensive.
No, yeah. You have to understand that in the digital space, I can create anything. I can have a mic. I can have a track that been derailed and hop back on the rail, cause I designed it like that. So that digital space is going to be like that. But in all actuality, we just got a table and a couch, and we sitting there. But if we need other people to come, then how you think they're going to come? They're going to come digitally. I don't want them to be on the phone calling in anymore. I want them to be digital into the digital space. That way we have a real podcast show, and then we have a digital space podcast show where all the digital aspects and the digital callers go to. We don't have no one coming to the to the show knocking on the door to be a host. We may have a guest, the one person, but everybody around the world or want to talk and want to chime in. So you guys can be invited into the chat room. Go to the chat room into the digital space. That way, in the digital space, we all meet up at a pub. We can all meet up at a pub inside the metaverse. Everybody, soon as you log in, it'll be like, bling. I can show you this shit, dude. This shit fucking raw as hell, man. I'm getting tired though, man.
Dad, do you think that about wrap it up for day one?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I could have kept going. All right, G. Hey, we have much more in store for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, wrapping up 2023, we're going to 24. This is going to be a presidential election season. They already up there in Des Moines. That's the first city where the presidential election takes off. You know what I'm saying? We'll be watching that. Can't believe you people elected Trump. Never would have seen that coming.
Trump what? President again?
Last time, well, not again. Shit, we gonna.
He gonna be president in 2025.
Ooh, I hope not.
Let's go Trump, man. Let's make America great again. If you're not ready, if you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen.
Nah, I'm gonna vote no on Trump because that man didn't know what he. Well, I ain't gonna. He wasn't as bad as we said.
Because guess what? The Democratic Party could not control him. Let's go Trump. And if you guys try to assassinate him, we're going to get you. We're going to come up. We're going to find you.
Let's touch on that just one second, really, because President Trump, to me, did not know what he was doing half the time as a public figurehead. Now, obviously, he wasn't as dumb as we said he was. He was a bit more shrewd and successful as a president than I gave him credit for. My kinfolk was like, you was biased against him because you're biased towards the Democrats. And I said, no, I think I'm biased towards the good candidate. The conservatives never gave a shit about our people, black people. All right, that's a little harsh. Don't get me wrong. But it takes work, and they never were the ones to put that shit to the fore to bring. The Democrats were the one. Hold up, before we close this off, because the Democrats were the ones who put together the agendas to help the working class, the working man. And where do our people fall in? Do we fall into the 1% or do we fall into the working class? Our people are generally speaking in the working class.
Yeah, the middle class, but it was all to help them at the end of the day. They
help who?
They said what they wanted to say. It was all propaganda. The propaganda was caused them to do that, to make it seem like they was all benefiting from that you guys was benefiting from them.
No, they don't know. The Democrats were the ones. Liberals were the ones throughout American history. They deserved the black vote more so. Liberal just means that you stand up for the people in society that need this. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of. Democrats were the ones. The Democrats were the ones, and the liberals were the ones who ever cared to prioritize the working class. Was not the conservatives.
Yeah, give me a pie, sweet potato, right? Or what is it? It's called.
The Democrats were the ones. Shit, what was I just saying? It was always the liberal, the Democrat that brought opportunity to the working class, not the conservative. The conservatives was the ones who brought opportunity to the business class Business class were the ones, bro. Do you know what they did? You see, you shouldn't have said that before I left, because the business class were the ones who said. I mean, the Republicans were the ones who said. Fuck what I just saying. The Republicans were the ones who. The conservatives, all they care about, bro, is the business class, bro. And they say, oh yeah, that's what I was on, nigga. Listen, they the ones who put into place under George Bush. So they were Bill Clinton. He put together a project that said facilitate resources into the black community. Do not deny them the opportunity. Oh, you don't listen to me. So we're gonna wrap this up. This episode 1. We going to wrap this up by saying it was always the conservatives who brought opportunity to the liberals who brought opportunity to the working class. Generally speaking, the black community is in the working class. You will never ever convince me otherwise, bro, because I've looked at the history. It wasn't the conservatives believe in a boring, responsible government. I can't be mad at that. But I will never let them take the credit. They will never take the credit, bro, because y'all younger than me, so y'all don't know. Bill Clinton put in place the project for them to allow. Was a Democrat and a liberal.
But he owned slaves, descendants of owning slaves. His parents.
I can't argue with that. I mean, damn, I can't. So you gonna say that a white person is guilty just by default? I can't. I don't. It was black people who was guilty in history. It was white people who was guilty. It was black people who was not guilty. It was white people who was not guilty. Bill Clinton, in the old days when they were fucking fucked up, it was the Democrat. It was the Clinton. He's the one who said allow for them, because they was not allowing black people to have opportunities to mortgages on good houses. I've been seeing a documentary on this. Working one of these slave ass places, and they told me to buzz off because they called me on my phone looking at the documentary, and I said, boy, this shit had me so off. They said that they were not allowing for black people to have opportunity to get mortgages. Bill Clinton, under his time, that was in the old days. So this is passed on from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Because people could use their own property to use it as collateral for a business loan. They can sell it for capital gains, rent it out, all this. They were not allowing us to be involved in that, our black people. So then that shit is trickled down through history. Then when Bill Clinton, but that was, over many years. But then during Bill Clinton's time, he said, you stop denying opportunity to black families, okay? But when he did it, it was with federal oversight to make sure that they are being responsible. The banks. This is what precipitated the Great Recession. The banks motherfucking didn't fucking give out the loans appropriately. They were giving them out to people that they knew couldn't afford a certain house. And they just did it so they could then turn around, take that money, sell it to a fucking pension fund who has lots of money. Nursing, firefighters, whatever, public counties, all these, they got money. And they would say, look at all these mortgages. You could just buy these and give us the money. And they took off with a lot of fucking money. And then they knew a lot of these families that were not even in the economic position to keep these mortgages. When they defaulted, nigga, the pension funds went bankrupt. They lost out. One bank after another bank started failing.
So that's what's finna happen again. A lot of people finna lose their pensions. So how can we elevate off that? Because that same thing finna happen again. No, who won off that? The insurance companies. We got nigga
Yes. When Clinton was in office, he made sure that they kept federal oversight. In the Bush, in the Republican Act, they said don't let them have oversight. Let them just do whatever they want, and they was all over the place. My mama was a nurse. I seen how she paid for the house we lived in. The next door neighbors had moved in. They was from the hood, basically. My boy Dante, and they had the house for a little bit, and then they couldn't keep it, and they ended up moving back. And, it was already known. This lady at my job said she was aware of that. I was like, this shit really going on. And so, It was that I seen it right in my eyes. But you know what I'm saying? When Bill Clinton was doing it, it was right, and but they, Republicans don't believe in government having too much power, so they deregulated the finance industry. We don't know what them people be doing. What did they do with that money? And then you see this shit going on around the world, and it's like, what the fuck? It was some very sinister, dark shit behind that. I would assume because. Nigga, it don't even sound good. And then we had a great recession there. In my time when I was a young man, it was hard for us, bro. We couldn't find a job. None of that shit. I don't even want to get into that painful shit. But Bill Clinton was a good man, bro. He was one. He was trying to help. That's why I don't vote Republican. I really don't vote Republican because they do not.
You don't vote Republican?
Yeah, at all.
What?
I try, but shit, I can't. They don't give me nothing to go off of. So. Nah. Okay, that's episode 2 maybe. We'll leave it on that note. You folks at home, have a good night, good evening, and good night. Whatever. All right. That's a wrap.